So we got Chetwayo La Borde with us this morning. Set is back from Panama. I wonder if you have on a Panama hat this morning. So the point of no return is the topic this morning. Set, morning to you, man. How was Panama?
Good morning, Stephen Reese and all of our viewers. It was quite excellent, good experience. So this is actually the first time I'm venturing further than Tobago since the whole COVID fiasco.
All right. Yeah, fiasco is the right word, yeah.
Yeah, so it was quite a good experience, which actually inspired what I'm going to talk about this morning. And that has to do with understanding the point of no return.
Right.
All right. Now, everybody in aviation would understand that terminology, the point of no return.
Right.
All right. And that's where you have, when you're taking flight, you have enough fuel to get you to your destination. All right. Mm-hmm. And if you stay in flight, the point of no return is where you have burned through enough fuel that if you turn back, you wouldn't make it back to land. You don't have enough fuel to make it back to land. You could only continue on your course until you reach your destination. All right?
Okay.
So, the whole traveling experience there inspired me to come up with an analogy that could help people understand this thing a little better. Okay. So, as human beings, we are land-based creatures. Right? We were never designed to be in flight, right? Because we are not designed for flying. Right? Now think of being in flight as representative of being diseased or being treated for a disease.
Okay.
Now, a lot of people, the reason why people are sick is because when you are online, you are doing things that you're not supposed to do. So you develop a health issue. And you go to a healthcare system, whether it's the allopathic medical system, whether it's the naturopathic system, or the herbal system. That is going to take you to a new destination, or supposed to take you to a new destination.
Okay.
Because we are land-based creatures, so it takes you up in flight, and the goal, or supposed to be the goal, is to take you to a new destination. But what you usually hear is that you have to manage this disease, manage this illness. That means they're telling you that you need to stay in flight. That's what medication and stuff is. Okay. That's what supplementing is. That's what taking herbs and tonics is. It's keeping you in flight.
All right.
But the problem is when they tell you have to stay on these products, that is not taking you to a new destination. That is keeping you in flight, so you're in the air, going around in circles with no destination to get to. Because they're telling you that you have to manage this disease, you have to manage this illness. That is not taking you back down to the ground.
So the tower is giving you no confirmation that you can come in for landing.
Correct.
Right.
So what's going to happen? While you are in flight, you are not connected to anything. You have to rely on your own reserves. Your own reserves. So you're up there burning through your reserves, and your reserves are your body's nutrition. Remember I did that segment talking about the muscle mass and stuff of the body? How it's your biological bank?
Yeah.
So while you are there, you are burning through your reserves. You're going to be losing nutrients because to stay in flight, you need fuel.
Right.
But you haven't come back down to the ground to get your fuel. So you're up there burning through your reserves. And eventually, you're going to reach a point of no return where you don't have enough fuel to get back to land.
Okay.
And what's going to eventually happen? You're going to run out of fuel, and then you're going to come crashing down. Okay. That happens all the time. I've seen it time and time again. And this is the difference with nutritional therapy. Nutritional therapy takes you to your destination. There is a destination in sight, which is not to manage disease. As I've clearly stated over the years, we are not about disease management. We are about disease reversal.
Yeah.
Right? Taking you from an unhealthy state to a healthy state. So there's a clear destination in sight.
Right.
We are land-based creatures. We are not designed to stay in flight. We are not designed to be stuck up there, right?
Yeah.
Because there is nothing that is going to fuel us while in the air. We need to touch ground. So nutritional therapy takes us to that destination, focuses on refueling. There is no product, I always tell people, there's no product that I'm selling. If I'm selling a product, it means that I am keeping you in flight. Because
Right.
that is profit-based. I want you to stay on a product because it continues to earn money, finances for me. That is why they want you on a product. Pharmaceuticals want you on a product. The naturopathics want you on a product. The herbalists want you on a product. Because it keeps you in flight. It does not deal with the root cause of your problems. You are land-based creatures. The land is supposed to provide you with what you need, not specific supplementations and drugs and all of these pharmaceuticals and stuff that you have to get from a particular individual.
Right.
Right? So, nutritional therapy is supposed to be your first choice, not your last. Because I've had many people, Stefan, coming to me after they have reached the point of no return. They don't have enough fuel to get to any destination.
Right.
Right? I've seen that time and time again. They come to me where they have exhausted all of their reserves. And when they exhaust, the reason why they come to me is because after they have tried the other systems for so long and realize it is not working, that's when they would come to me, because now they want to try something different. But they are unaware of the fact that they have already burned through their reserves, and any destination is too far. They don't have enough fuel to take them there.
Right.
And that's a lot of people that have come to me who on palliative care, right?
Okay.
Where the hospitals, the clinic, all of them just tell them, yeah, just take some medication to help you with the pain, but we can no longer do anything else for you. And that's what I've been saying. Nutritional therapy is supposed to be your first resort, not your last. But your first resort, because we have to deal with issues up front. The reason why people are sick, Stefan, is because they are depleting their reserves. How are they depleting their reserve? They're consuming things that they shouldn't be consuming. They are consuming toxins that is blocking nutrient absorption, that is causing harm and damage to the body. And this is what nutritional therapy corrects. But you can't continue under a system where you are continuously harming, damaging the body, still eating the things that are damaging the system. And after years of being under that, when you realize that what they are giving you isn't working, then you want to make the change.
Yeah.
Right?
But let me ask you something.
Mm-hmm.
How do you know, or how does an individual know that they are approaching that point of no return? Are there signs that you get telling you that, look, I'm reaching a point here where I'm around the corner from death? If you understand where I'm coming from. Because I would imagine that is where the point of no return is.
Right.
The
So
only
the
thing
point
after
of no
that
return
is death.
Right. So the point of no return is where your fuel has depleted below half. So you have a little less than half tank.
Okay.
Which means you still have almost half tank, but just not enough to take you back to where you started.
Okay.
All right? So how do you realize that you're heading to that point of no return, or you have reached that point of no return? I would rather people realize that they're heading to it before they reach it. Is your diseases continue to progress? So when you notice, okay, I have a health issue, but now I have to increase the doses of my medication, you are heading to that point of no return. If you realize I have gotten another disease on top of the one I had, so you start off with hypertension. Now you notice you're hypertensive and you're diabetic. Oh, you're heading to that point of no return. Or you start off diabetic, and now you see hypertension creep in. or you start to get some vision issues, or you start to get some digestive issues. Anytime you start accumulating another illness, so you have a stomach issue, but then it develops into, apart from just a minor stomach pain, you now have acid reflux, right? Or IBS. You are heading to that point of no return. As soon as diseases start to compile, that is indicating that what you are doing is not fixing your problem. You are just focusing on symptom suppression, and that is what medication, supplementation, herbal tonics, and the naturopathic methods of using supplements, that is all that is focused on. It is not root cause based, because root cause requires no supplementation. Root cause is not having you to live off of supplements.
Right.
It is about addressing what is actually causing the problem, refeeding the body, supplying your body with proper nutrients, replenishing your reserves.
Right.
Once you notice things like your muscles deteriorating, you're losing mass, you are heading to that point of no return, because it means your body is tapping into its reserves. And we need to be mindful of that, because I noticed something with a lot of people that come to see me. Almost all of them would say things like, well, they notice they start to lose muscle mass. They start to get a little smaller. Once you see that happening, it's something we take for granted, but that is a major, major warning sign. And I can't emphasize how big of a warning sign that is. You see that muscle loss taking place that people take for granted, that is one of the biggest signs that you are draining your reserves. And if you continue to drain your reserves, you are in trouble. A lot of people in the hospital, when they die, they didn't die from the actual illness that they went in for. They died because their reserves were too low. Okay. They have gotten too small. Once you lose 50% of your muscle mass, that is it. There's absolutely nothing nobody in the world could do for you. Really? And people are too late in responding to that. They are too late in observing that. Muscle loss and muscle wastage is a major, major indication of you reaching that point of no return. Yeah. And these are things people need to address. All right? And I've told people, do not make nutritional therapy your last resort. It needs to be your first resort. It can work alongside the allopathic system. And then, when I say work alongside, temporarily, because eventually, once you're on nutritional therapy, eventually the allopathic system would fall off, because you are going to heal the body, and therefore you would not need any medication to help suppress symptoms, because you are going to be healing the root cause. And that's what people need to understand. Nutritional therapy can work along with, right? Along with, but it cannot work at the end. At the end, so you can't just stay to the allopathic method, taking all the drugs and stuff, and when they say, well, we can't really do anything else for you, then you want to come to nutritional therapy. Okay. Right? All right. And that's the mistake people making.
All right. Well, Seth, well, we're out of time, but thanks a lot for that. People, I hope you paid attention so that you have the little signs, the little signals of when you are reaching that point of no return. Obviously, we have, Seth has always stated in the segment that, you know, whatever problem that you have, it can be reversed, but you cannot wait till you reach that point of no return and then expect a miracle to happen. It don't work like that. So, Seth, I want to thank you. People, the number is on the screen, of course. You can contact Chetwayo Holistic Health Clinic. You can call or WhatsApp 279-3935 or 7611952. Make the call today and get started with Seth, man. Seth, thanks a lot.
Thanks for having me.
No problem.
Glad to be back.
Yeah, man.